back with a new Supercard video. So yesterday the Royal Rumble tier was leaked, and I guess Supercard saw that. I was like, hey, somebody leaked it, let's quickly announce it ourselves so we can get the attention off of that and get the attention on our official announcement. And they posted this up on Twitter today saying Royal Rumble tier is a thing and it hits on January 22nd, but the first Rumble card debuts this week in Giants Unleashed. More details below with an article, and they posted up this picture of a Drew McIntyre Royal Rumble card. Now, this is going to be the card in Giants Unleashed. Now, I'll get back to this card and a couple thoughts on this announcement, but first, the article. So, our celebration of the Royal Rumble this January continues with the upcoming release of a totally new tier. Loaded with powerful cards and flying silhouette men, Royal Rumble tier is an opportunity to take your deck beyond Vanguard and to collect new, stronger cards. Royal Rumble tier hits on January 22nd, we know that. That's when you'll start seeing them in the store, on the draft board, in the usual places you can collect new tier release cards. But in the spirit of the Rumble, we wanted to give you something of a surprise. The first base Royal Rumble card, in parentheses, they've got a regular, definitely not an event rarity Rumble card, and this is one of the things that I want to talk about, will debut in this week's Giants Unleashed as the headliner. Join us starting on January 16th for a shot at a Drew McIntyre Royal Rumble card. Giants rules and its length will remain standard, meaning you'll need to be in Vanguard tier to compete for the first Rumble card. Preview starts at the usual time. Okay, I gotta check if I'm in Vanguard tier. Primal Plus, okay, well, hey, here's the thing, Johnny Gargano is still only at level 61, so he's got some ways to go there, and on top of that, Sheamus isn't maxed out, Big E isn't maxed out, and I got a couple other cards that are stronger that can make it here, and we can make it to Vanguard, hopefully by the end of this episode. But anyways, to finish it off, it says, get a peek at other Royal Rumble cards as this week progresses. Speaking of that, quick interruption, because they just posted up this ad which shows the Samoa Joe Royal Rumble card. Now back to the regular schedule programming. We'll see you on the fields of Giants Unleashed. So, a lot to talk about with this news. Number one, the fact that this card is actually coming out before the tier comes out is something completely new, at least as far as I'm concerned, because, you know, I've been away for Supercard for like 2 years, but from the time I was there was never a time where a card came out before the actual tier. So the tier comes out January 22nd, but this card will be available and people will be able to get it from Giants Unleashed starting January 16th. So that's definitely a surprise and a different approach with a brand new tier. Second of all, the fact that it's not an event card but just a regular card as, I guess, the event card, or what do I call it? I guess the feature card in the event, because you can't even call it an event card. This Drew McIntyre is just a regular Royal Rumble card. That's also different here. So a bunch of different stuff here, and I know a lot of people were hoping and expecting a female Vanguard event card, because that's usually how they do. I remember when I'd also play Supercard and a new tier was coming out, oftentimes they'd have female event cards to like give you that last push that you need, or most people need, to get to that brand new tier once it comes out. But this time around, it seems like they're switching that up, or switching the female event card and instead giving you a regular Rumble card. Hoping maybe that'll give that extra push for the Vanguard plus people to get to Royal Rumble. But still, a female event pro would have made a bigger difference, I feel, for most people, or like everybody, compared to a single Rumble card that's not even an event card. And speaking of that, I wonder if the following card, so whether that's a Road to Glory Team Ring Domination, I'm assuming it's Road to Glory, if that's gonna go ahead and have a second Drew McIntyre card, or if that's actually gonna be the first event card for the Rumble tier. I'm thinking it's not gonna be a pro, and it's gonna end up being the first official event card for the Rumble tier. Third of all, I think we're at number 3, right? When it comes to the design, I'm fine with it. Hey, it fits the Rumble. You've got a bunch of superstars in there just like the Rumble, and you've got somebody getting thrown out right on the front. So it's a unique design, but it fits the Rumble theme. And it's about time that we get the Rumble tier, because, yo, for years, every other Big 4 pay-per-view has been represented with the Survivor tier representing Survivor Series, SummerSlam tiers representing obviously SummerSlam, and the WrestleMania tiers, but the Rumble for some reason was missing in action until now, or January 16, once we can get this card. Fourth of all, totally unrelated to the Rumble, but coming back and seeing Drew McIntyre as a power and charisma card, that's kind of weird. I mean, I like Drew McIntyre, but in what world is charisma like his second highest stat? And finally, while some people aren't happy about this, because yo, they just released Season 6 with the 3 new tiers like 2 months ago, and now you've already got a brand new tier. That's also unusual. Man, am I happy that it's actually the Rumble tier, because now my latest series doesn't look stupid entering the Rumble tier. It's actually a thing, so hey, the line I picked out for the day. But anyways, enough news talk. Let's throw that out the window, because it's time to get back to a topic that's actually really related to the news, but hey, it's time to get back to entering the Royal Rumble tier. I need to make it in the Rumble tier once that comes out, and right now I need to make it to Vanguard in Last Man Standing so I can get the Drew McIntyre card. Also, how's the progress? What new cards did I get? What new packs am I opening up in this one? And what happened in Last Man Standing? All that and more right now. Let's get started with Last Man Standing and what happened with that. So in the last episode, I was all like, I need to get this John Cena card, so when it comes to Last Man Standing, I'm not missing it and I'm getting a strong John Cena card. And then in the comment section, I was like, I'll do the best that I can with my deck. Well, yo, like the next day, I was thinking about quitting the mode. Because here's the thing, this was my first Last Man Standing event. I'm playing it, and I'm not using any reveals or blocks. I'm like, you know what, let me save these things for later on. I'm sure it'll be better for later on. Well, I was wrong. I should have went ahead and actually used them from the very beginning when things are easier. I had a feeling that matches were going to get harder, that, you know, the cards that I was going to face off against were going to be stronger later on, but for some reason, I guess I didn't realize how many more obstacles there'd be throughout the matches or throughout the arenas. And then I look at the leaderboards, I see my teammate, he's around the same arena that I am at, or actually maybe even less, but yet he's got way more points. So he's like, yo, you need any tips? And I'm like, yeah, I noticed you've got way more points than me and we're around the same arena. What's going on? Did you use, you know, your blocks and reveals? He's like, yeah, I used everything because my deck is unbalanced. I'm like, oh, because my deck was also pretty unbalanced. So I played a bit more this time using some reveals and blocks and some multipliers, but I was like, I think I messed it up for myself by not getting as many points as I could have in the beginning, because now it's getting harder to get those points. So it's really at that point that I was thinking of quitting. But I'm like, no, I'm just not going to go ahead and use any more credits for multipliers, and I'm just going to play and we'll see how it goes. So I did that, and things really started turning around when I went on Reddit. Somebody was giving somebody advice on Last Man Standing, and he brought up something that should have been totally obvious to me. He brought up quitting matches when you're about to lose. And I'm like, wait a minute, why didn't I think of that? I mean, I do it for Road to Glory and Ring Domination. When I'm about to lose, I just exit out and go back in so I don't lose the bouts. So then I started doing that in Last Man Standing, and things really started picking up. Now, did it pick up enough for me to get that John Cena card? Well, you're about to find out right now, because I've got some stuff to redeem, including the Last Man Standing rewards and some Platinum packs, so let's go ahead, open all that up right now. Alright, Platinum pack number 1, let's see what's in here. This was against Alex Army, obviously a win. So, first off, I just see a Primal, and I see a Vanguard. Perfect. So, what cards are we getting here? Alright, who cares about the Nightmare? What's the Primal? Eric, I don't have Eric, so not a Pro. What's the Vanguard? Ricochet, hey, it's not a Pro, but it's the Vanguard, so I'd say it's good. Alright, so we got one more Platinum pack. Let's see what this one holds against WWE fans. Pretty generic name. Here's the thing, when I see a generic name, I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to charge. Anyway, so, okay, Tommaso Ciampa. Did we get I feel like I might have Tommaso Ciampa, I don't know. We'll see. So, Tommaso Ciampa, but what's the other Primal gonna be? And, okay, battle points first. What's the Primal? Oh, Jimmy Uso. Okay, so I want to go ahead and check if he's a Pro. I know there's the Last Man Standing card. I will go ahead and get that, but just want to make sure if Tommaso Ciampa's a Pro. Oh, it's a Pro. Perfect. Alright, great. Now, back to the rewards and what happened in Last Man Standing. There you go. Rank 5,481. And that last hour and a half, I actually didn't play, because I was like, okay, at this point, I'm getting this card, and yeah, did end up getting it. So, happy with that, man. Got the card in my first Last Man Standing match. So this is going to be a big help. I knew I didn't want to miss out on this card, because this was going to be a high stat card. I didn't need to go ahead and play 200 matches and pro or level up 2 cards. It's just one really strong card. So anyways, as far as Giants Unleashed now, I got to go ahead and make sure that I'm in Vanguard for that Drew McIntyre card. So I'm going to go ahead and level up John Cena right now and see where that puts us. Let's put in Aleister Black, even though he's a pro, don't care. Okay, Vanguard Plus. Alright, we were already in Vanguard Plus before. Let's just see what the status is right now when it comes to Giants Unleashed. Yeah, he's replaced AJ at this point. He's the strongest when it comes to my right blue triangles. But we're going to keep on going here. It's still not maxed out. Now, before I go ahead and level up some of these other cards, let me just go ahead and put my strongest cards back in the momentum slots. So as you can see, I have my weaker cards in here for Last Man Standing. We're going to switch that to my strongest. So John Cena's in. We're going to put in Sheamus. I guess Big E is the next strongest here. So those 3 done. Now we're gonna have to exit out here. Alright, back into the game, and let's see the Giants Unleashed deck and words. Oh, look at that! Just like that, I made it to Vanguard Plus Plus. Awesome, okay. But how about the Giant? Oh, still close. We got closer, but we still got some leveling up to do. So that's what I did. I leveled up and actually maxed out all 4 of my top cards, and it still wasn't enough. Look how close I was to the Vanguard tier. So I was like, hey, maybe just playing the matches for John Cena would be enough. Played a bunch of matches, still wasn't enough. So I was like, okay, you know what? Looks like I'm gonna have to go ahead and replace one of my weak links in Giants Unleashed with a better card. So that Ricochet that I just got, went ahead, maxed him out, and he replaced Holiday Nakamura, and that got me to the Vanguard tier in Giants Unleashed. So that means I'm now qualified for the Drew McIntyre Royal Rumble card. Next step towards the new Royal Rumble tier, get that card. Oh, and by the way, just pull the Vanguard Seth.